to NW Sportscast. This is going to be really a quick segment. Breaking news, the New York Mets acquire Francisco Lindor and Carlos Carrasco. What does this mean for the Mets, who obviously were in a World Series a couple or 3 years back?
It was more like 5, I think. Something like that.
It was a while ago, but they're trying to get back, and it looks like the Indians maybe are just trading away everybody. What does it mean? What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good move for them.
Do you think they'll make this contenders?
Oh, yes.
I think, yeah, they should be contenders. I don't know if they're as good as...
GM is
I don't
great.
think they're as good as the Braves, though. So, I don't know. I feel like they're going all out to get second place in that division.
Yeah,
but,
you heard their GM say that he's not gonna. He wants to
Yeah.
win the Super Bowl or World Series in the next 3 years.
He wants to win a Super Bowl, I know.
Yeah, and I mean, there's just lots of people on Twitter and stuff that are basically just saying this is a really cheap move by the Indians GM.
Well, unfortunately, the problem is Lindor keeps saying he wants to come back to the Indians, but at the same time, he wants more money than they can pay him. So either he would have to take a massively less money than he's worth, or he's going to a new team.
But you also
anyways.
get a good pitcher in Carrasco. He's been a good pitcher the last couple of years. So you help with your pitching staff, and of course you're getting a superstar.
Helping a bunch of stuff. I think his is so Mets grade. Apparently, they get an A for this move, according to this. And CBS, and the Cleveland grade is a D. So I think maybe the consensus is that this wasn't the best move for Cleveland, but maybe who's the guy they got in the trade? A young guy.
Ahmed Rosario, who is a average shortstop, and they got some prospects. So
if the prospect is worth it, then it's a great trade, and if it's not, then it's a terrible trade. Did he get draft picks or anything, or is that literally it?
They don't get draft picks in baseball. They don't trade them. So yeah, they got prospects. Yeah, I don't know how good the prospects are.
Do you think this is the biggest move this MLB season so far?
So far,
no, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure. I think Blake Snell's the Padres is more. I mean, that was actually prospects that I actually know of. So this is. I don't think these are actually very good prospects they're getting. I might be wrong.
That actually makes it a bigger trade for the Mets. They won so much, and they got a better. I think Lindor's probably. I mean, you can't compare a pitcher to a shortstop.
But I'm saying like the biggest blockbuster. I mean, I think it is the Snell trade.
I don't know. I think that
because when there's better players on both sides, that makes
I think
it more
the Linder
blockbuster.
one's more blockbuster, just because there's also two guys in this deal. You know, you have Carrasco and you have Lindor.
Yeah, that's true.
That was just Blake Snell.
But Carrasco's not that good. Well, I mean,
He's fine.
He's like up and down.
He's been an all-star multiple times.
Once, I think.
I think twice.
He's a very up and down player. I would not say Carlos Carrasco is one of the better pitchers in the MLB.
But he's above average.
Yeah.
He'll be a Mariners second or third option.
The Mariners suck.
Maybe even the first option.
But on the Mets, he's like the fifth best
No, he's like
pitcher
the third
there.
or fourth.
With Syndergaard, with DeGrom, with Marcus Stroman, he's not even the
this
top
is
three.
actually behind a new GM that the Indians just acquired in November.
The Cleveland team, I thought, right? Are
No,
they still
they're
the
the Indians
Indians?
again this
They
year.
are? Okay.
Sorry, this is behind the New York Mets who have a new GM, Steve Cohen, I believe.
Oh, is it the GM who's rich, not the owner?
Huh?
No.
The owner's rich,
Yeah,
but
the
Steve
owner's
Cohen is the owner. I don't think they have a new
Yeah.
GM. Or if they do,
oh, well, this is a new
his
owner.
name
Is this
not
a new
Steve
owner
Cohen.
then?
For what team?
It literally says since. Okay, yeah, this is just behind Steve Cohen. So yeah, I guess he's just willing to spend more money than the Indians are, or now the Cleveland team.
No, they're still the Indians.
This the Indians. Well, because Steve Cohen.
Okay.
Steve Cohen has much more money that he's putting in.
Yeah, but I don't know why you trade away your best player. I mean, that just doesn't make sense to me. I mean, they weren't that far away last
they
year.
still kind of contending last year.
Because basically they're figuring that they're not going to get him anyways, right?
Yeah,
We're in the middle of a video.
I never told her.
Okay, yeah, I think the Mariners, they're not really making a splash.
Yeah,
I think
this isn't about the Mariners.
I'm saying the Mariners aren't making a splash. I think it's good for the Mets to make a splash. I think they need it. Unlike the Mariners, I think the Mariners should make a splash. They're not going to do it. Obviously, the Mets have more money. They're more willing to do it. But again, I just really hate how much money is dependent in baseball, especially.
I mean, the reasoning that the Indians did this is because he's a free agent, right? He has 1 year with the Mets, then he's a free agent. He would have had 1 more year with Cleveland, or he's a free agent. They knew they weren't getting him back, so they decided, okay, let's just trade him, get something.
Honestly, if the Mets have a good year and they make a far deep playoff run, or if they win, he'll resign. If not, then he might go somewhere else if they do bad. I mean, this really is good for Lindor as well. Lindor, this is a win-win for him. If he doesn't like the Mets after a year, they do bad, he's out of there.
I just don't see the benefit from Cleveland, to be honest. I would wait.
Just to get the money off your
But
table
what's
now.
the benefit of
For
keeping
1
him?
year.
Keep him for
No,
1
but
year.
Drew, what's the benefit of keeping him for 1 year
But
and
they
then
were
losing it?
contending for that
I mean,
division.
kind of.
Kind
And
of,
it
but
was
with
a
the
60-game
but
season.
with the
I
White
don't-
Sox getting better
then-
and the Twins who are really good, the Indians are already in a tough spot. So I don't know.
I'm just saying, there's
I don't-
reasons.
I
There's reasons
honestly don't
why.
blame 'em.
There's reasons why everybody's saying it's
No,
bad.
yeah, I know it's not a good trade, but there is a I mean, you can
Because
kind of figure out why.
I don't know
Yes.
who this prospect is.
No,
but
Drew.
no.
We're all saying it's a bad trade. We're just saying that
Yeah, I see
we
why
can
they did it.
we can see why he might.
I
have
see
done
why
that.
they did it, but I just think they should have gotten a better prospect
Oh yeah,
for what
and
they
of
were
course they
giving
should have got a
up.
better prospect. Yes.
What's his name, Levi?
The problem is they had
Ahmad Rosario.
But Ahmed Rosario's not a prospect.
Oh, then who's the prospect?
I don't know who the prospects are. Ahmed Rosario is actually an established MLB player, but he's not very good. He's pretty much like middle of the pack shortstop
How
at
old is
best. Or, I don't know, 27, 28.
Oh, so he's already old.
Yeah, I know.
What's the point of that?
Well, they needed a new starting shortstop.
He's gonna start.
Well, yeah, he started for the Mets last year. I think he might have switched to right field or something, but so yeah, that's the deal with the trade.
Again, it's not. I mean, it's a big deal for the MLB.
Yeah.
For the Mariners, it's not hugely important, but
It's not important at all. In
Yeah,
there.
the problem
I mean,
for the
they're the same.
what do you mean we're in that same? We're in that same what?
We're in the same.
We're in the same league.
conference.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're in
that's
the
what I
same
meant.
League.
But the problem for the Indians is they couldn't really get anything better than what they did because they had no leverage. Because every team knew that they were going to trade Lindor, so there was not like
Every team knew that.
yeah, every team was like there were
that many
There was like
rumors?
8 teams that were trying to trade for him, so they knew they were going to get rid of him. The Mets wanted to get him first, and I don't know.
Okay. Anyways, that's a wrap on this just quick segment. We're gonna be doing some reactions
Yeah.
for all of the NFL playoff games. Stay tuned for that. Obviously, we have our NBA power rankings out today.
Yes,
we just
and